Hello everyone. Welcome to this space. It's always so nice to have you guys here. This is Simone from the Euphoric Garden. And I have a couple of announcements to make. And the first one is I have a website for my art projects that I have been working on for the past year. It is all astrological and it is all earth-based. So I am in the process of creating a sun sign chart for everyone using botanical designs as well as a moon sign chart. And eventually I will get to the rising signs as well. The link will be in the description box below for those of you who are interested in buying a t-shirt, a canvas bag, and stickers. There will be so much more coming your way. I have so many other projects in mind for the years to come, and I would love for you guys to come along this journey. And if you want to support me and my business as an artist for Euphoric Garden, the link will be in the description box below if you're interested in any of those products to support this channel and my business. The second announcement is I am going to begin giving personal readings in the month of May. These readings will be at a price of $15 for one question. For 5 questions, I will price it around $75. That also includes a couple of oracle messages, clarifying cards, and any advice that you may need regarding the questions that you have. Again, the link will be in the description box below for you guys to book a personal reading with me, and it's going to be on euphoricgarden.com with all of my other art projects there, and collectibles and clothing and apparel and all of the astrological goodness that you guys will find there in the near future. And I'm actually really excited about this. It's been a long time coming and it's a slow process, but with your support I feel that we can create a very beautiful community here. Much love and light to all of you, and let's go ahead and jump into your general messages. Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. Thank you so much for being here. Happy springtime, happy Aries season, happy astrological new year. I hope that it's treating you well. As I'm giving these readings, it's not necessarily August yet, but we're just on the brink of the end of March. So did I say August? April, sorry, we're almost in April, we're almost there. And so Pisces, I'm going to be giving you guys general messages for your sun and rising placements. For every sign that I read for, I'm going to be reading your sister sign. So make sure that you check out your sister sign's reading. Whether you have it in your chart or not, is still very important to understand what your opposing sign is learning for any given time of the year at any given season, because it is attached to what you are going through or what you are learning in this time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Pisces sun and rising signs. I'm going to do the best that I can to keep these videos under half an hour, or these readings, should I say, these readings under half hour. So just bear with me. I'm going to do my best to get as much information to you regarding the month of April as possible within that time frame. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to pull 2 oracle messages and 3 tarot messages. Pisces, universe source, angels, guardians and protectors, ancestors, gods, goddesses, earth spirits, and earth guides, please come before us to speak to the sign of Pisces, sun and rising signs for their April 2023 messages of advice, encouragement, and guidance. Month of April for Pisces, my beautiful Pisces tribe, sun and rising signs, for their general messages for the month of April 2023. Let's see, Pisces, what's going on with you guys, what the universe has in store for you for April 2023. Okay, so you have a new dawn that is very appropriate for the time that we're in right now. very appropriate for Aries season. Also happy Taurus season, because Taurus season is also in April. It says the worst is behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So what it seems like for my beautiful Pisces sun and rising signs, you guys have been going through a tough time recently, or maybe for the past year or 2 or 3. It's been a tough time, maybe on and off. Okay, maybe you've been having some mental struggles, some emotional struggles. Okay, maybe some physical health issues as well for some of you. Maybe it's been a financial issue. Whatever issues you guys have been faced with, Pisces sun and rising signs, the universe is letting you guys know that at this time, the beginning to the end of April marks the beginning of a brand new chapter in your life, and this is a very positive chapter. The things that the karma that you had to go through, okay, or work through or clear out, you know, relationships that didn't work out, the grief of the loss of a relationship. Okay, maybe you've been going through the loss of a loved one for some of you, or a friend, and maybe it just really took a toll on you and your family, or just on you. And again, some mental and emotional struggles for some of you. And maybe there was a dark night of the soul that you had to go through for a time, some karma that you had to clear out, and cycles that you had to end in order to create this new beginning. It's really been hard on you, on some of you, very hard. But again, the others of you, it doesn't have to be as hard, but whatever it is that you have been faced with on the negative front, it's finally coming to a close. And I have a feeling that there are those of you who can feel that finally. So any doubt in your mind in the month of April where you may feel like, no, you know, I'm not really ready to let that go, or no, I don't really feel like I'm going to be okay, I don't feel like things are going to get better, they will. They will, and they are. Bottom of the deck, you have tranquility. All right, some of you guys might actually need to take a bath. Not for hygiene necessarily, like it could be, but I'm just saying, like, take a very nice herbal, bubbly, you know, bath. For some of you, there's wine involved, there's your favorite drink involved. I also get the sense some of you are planning on getting an Airbnb with some friends, or just on your own, maybe with you and your significant other, just to kind of get away from everyone. Maybe this actually, it marks the beginning of this new dawn when you get this Airbnb or this hotel, or go on this vacation. It doesn't have to be an Airbnb, but it's like this, you travel someplace, you go somewhere, and it kind of marks the beginning of this new dawn. It says, make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. So like I said, you guys have been going through something. Sun and rising signs of Pisces, you guys have been going through some things. Okay, I'm not really sure exactly what those things are for each and every one of you, obviously, but it's been grueling, it's been hard, it's been tough. And now, as you end this, it's really going to be the time where you can just sit down and just kind of reminisce in a way, and be like, wow, I made it, I did it, I'm here, I feel new, I feel shiny, I feel, you know, sparkly, I feel relaxed, I feel ready for this newness. And it's really positive. It's almost like just you're able to take a breath finally. And with this new dawn, once again, we are in the month of, the season of spring. So the winter time could have been also, maybe it was just the winter time. Some of you guys may suffer from seasonal depression, possibly, depending on where you live, depending on how cold or gloomy it gets in your neck of the woods, okay? But there could be those of you that have been suffering from seasonal depression, and maybe this grueling time, again, is mental, and this winter season has been heavy on you, and your spring is finally here. And even though it's not, I don't feel like, if you have seasonal depression, you know, I don't necessarily think that it's just the springtime. It's like you're trying new things to kind of manage seasonal depression, or any type of, you know, mental issues. You're actually trying to find counseling, or maybe this is advice. Maybe the universe wants you to find a different remedy or resource to help you for the long term regarding this mental struggle that you have, for those of you who are dealing with more of a mental issue. Okay. So let's go ahead and see here. I'm going to pull another oracle message for you guys before we jump into the tarot, my beautiful Pisces, sun and rising sign, for the month of April 2023. Guardians, protectors, angels, gods, goddesses. What more do you have to speak to Pisces, sun and rising signs about for the month of April 2022 for their guidance, encouragement, and insight and advice? Let's see, Pisces. Excuse me. You have the shapeshifter. Very appropriate. I see this card as Libra. So some of you guys, there may be a Libra in your life that is of significance, or you have a placement of Libra in your chart that's very significant, or you just have a lot of Libra in your chart. And it says transform and unveil your gifts. Like I said, you're ending a karmic cycle. You're freeing yourself. You're breaking free from something or someone. There's Scorpio here too. So there's a lot of change and balance that's happening right now. There's a lot of space that's being cleared in your life at this time, Pisces, sun and rising signs for April, which again, spring cleaning, it just makes sense, right? Spring, Astara, like all of these energies make sense. There's just a lot of spring cleaning that's happening in your life in general, no matter what it is that you're dealing with. And it just, again, that peaceful, tranquil time that you take out for yourself is going to mark the beginning or represent the beginning of this change. You're not, and I feel like this is for all of us, to be honest, Pisces, but you know, as I'm speaking to you at this time, just like all of us right now, you are going through very significant change. Very significant change. The person that you have become, the way your life has transformed after going through so much karma or darkness or hardship for however long that has lasted for you, you're just not going to recognize who you were a year ago. You're not going to recognize who you were the moment this dark night of the soul or this winter period in your life occurred, when it began. You're not supposed to. And if this is advice for you, Pisces, for the month of April, the universe really wants you to understand, as this new beginning happens, don't fight it. You don't want to remain comfortable, because the universe, the cosmos, the heavens, nature continues to change each and every season. When a living being stops changing every season, there is an imbalance within that ecosystem, right? If you're not going through death and rebirth in your life, something is out of balance. And sometimes the universe has to kick the dust up a little bit and make things a little bit hazy in order to fix some things, to readjust some things, to kind of, you know, get things back to balance, okay? And then we have Lord, take charge with authority. And yeah, the background, that's Aries. I see this as the Emperor. So there may be a dynamic, if you're a father, there's some type of a dynamic that's changing in when it comes to your baby mama, or if you're married, your significant other, your dynamic with your children. If this is your father, there's some type of a power dynamic or some type of a relationship dynamic with your own father that's changing. Or if your father has passed away, there's some things changing in your life surrounding his energy. Okay. Others of you, this is whether you're male or female. Okay. You're no longer sitting on the sidelines, so to speak. You're no longer allowing others to speak for you. You're going to speak for yourself. You realize that you have a voice. You realize that you can contribute to relationships. So if you find yourself in relationships and you kind of sit back and let people have their own opinions about things, you know, you want to be more considerate of people. I'm not saying not to be considerate, but there's a part of you that's like, no, if I need to speak my mind and I need to speak my truth, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit here and let everybody else speak their truth for me, or I'm not going to let everybody else have an opinion and I just sit by the sidelines and I'm just like, oh yeah, cool, good for everybody. You know what I mean? It's you taking charge, you stepping into, again, we are in Aries season as I'm speaking to you at this time. But there's definitely an Aries or a Libra for some of you, not all of you. But if this is not a specific zodiac sign, this is just about balance and authority. And there are those of you, you may actually find yourself in positions of authority or being more ambitious and wanting positions of authority within your job. You know, maybe there are those of you who want to be parents. There are others of you, again, your dynamic with your own father is actually changing. The relationship could be changing for the better or for the worse, depending on what's going on between the two of you. And but there's others of you, you're actually standing up against authority. You're actually challenging authority a little bit more so. I'm not really sure how necessarily, but there's something regarding authority and taking charge of your own voice, taking charge of your own life and where you want to go. Some of you guys may have a father figure that has become more strict, or maybe he's been strict for a very long time. Maybe you're just at a point now where you're just like, I just want to do my own thing. I'm tired of being told what to do. I'm tired of people breathing down my neck. There are those of you, you may have parental rules. You may have some rules by your parents. Maybe you've been living with your parents for a while, and something happened in your family that just changed the dynamic of your family or something like that. And now you're just kind of like, I just want to be at peace. I want to be by myself. I want to live on my own. I want to do my own thing. I'm kind of tired of living under my parents' roof. And maybe in the month of April starts that time where you actually move out, or you start making plans to save money, or saving money to make plans to move out. Okay. I do see Libra here, and Scorpio, so there's huge change, there's balance. But whenever I see a Libra symbol in a reading with this shapeshifter card, I also see this as relationships. So there is some type of a relationship dynamic that's definitely changing, or maybe you're with someone and you're wanting to move in with them. Maybe there's someone who treats you more like a child. If you're in a romantic partnership, maybe there's someone who treats you more like a child instead of an equal partner. They have all these rules that you have to abide by, and they don't just allow you to be your own person, you know? There may be a power play that's going on within your romantic partnerships for some of you, or this is just family. This can also be regards to work as well. All right. But I do get the sense that you are learning, you know what, I am no longer, I want to do what I feel is right for me, whether it's about with my whether it's in regards to my family, my romantic partnerships, my friends, or my job. I want to be able to be free, to be at peace in my own life, to be at peace with myself without someone else's opinions, without someone else's rule. Yeah, because I feel like there's someone that's surrounding you, or maybe there's a place where there's some type of an authority or leadership board there where they don't really take authority. Their authority is very ego-based. They're not really attentive. So some of you guys may be dealing with somebody who they just have power. They like that they have authority, and you know, it's all about their ego. And anytime that you challenge them, maybe you challenge somebody in April, and this person was like, oh, I know you're not talking to me. And you're like, yes, I am talking to you. You know, and that may cause them to like take a step back and realize like, oh, Pisces not playing. You know what I mean? So this just all depends. But again, others of you, this is you stepping up at work. and taking more of an authoritative stance on things, or becoming a manager, becoming a boss, maybe becoming your own boss. But all I can see here in general, you're ready to call the shots here in your own life. You're tired of being the one to be a sheep in a way. You're tired of being herded or told who you should be, what you should be, where you should go, what to identify as, what to believe in. It's like, you're done. You're tired of that. At least the universe is tired of it for you if you're not done with it, right? So let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper, Pisces, Sun and Rising signs, regarding your April 2023 messages and what the universe has in store for you with the tarot. We're going to pull 3 tarot messages, as I said in the beginning. We're going to clarify those cards as well. So let's go ahead and see angels, universe, source, guardians, and protectors, gods, goddesses, ancestors. What more can you tell us for April 2023 for the sign of Pisces, Sun and Rising signs? For their advice and guidance and insight for April 2023 for Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Wands. I see that as Leo. Could be Sagittarius as well. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords is showing me here that things are, this is that positive movement forward. This is things moving forward positively, calmer waters, peaceful transition. Okay, this is not like a grueling transition where everything feels uncomfortable. This is the transition where you finally met that point where you're like, okay, I did it. We're safe. You know, it's that safety. And so with the 10 of Wands, you're almost there. You're there. The burden that you've been carrying for so long, Pisces, you won't have to carry it much longer. Yeah, and this is definitely an Aries season. So this, for some of you, this is definitely going to be the beginning, the first half of April. That's when this vacation time, this, you know, this time of peace and quiet is going to happen for you. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a fire sign, okay, and a Aries or a Sagittarius here. But with the Wheel of Fortune, this has definitely taken time, but time continues to move forward with or without us. So I think the advice here, Pisces, is for you to understand that you have the choice to remain in comfort, in your comfort zone. The universe is going to move on without us regardless. Or you can make the decision, and if this is somebody else, you know what I mean, that you're leaving behind, and maybe you feel sorry about leaving them behind, you kind of have to look at it as like, if you want to be happy, you need people in your life who are willing to move forward and change with you, not try to keep you stuck, okay, in a certain point in their life, right? If your life is changing and you're excited for that change and you're happy, maybe you're getting a new job, maybe you're getting promoted and your life is changing, you know, it's you know, it's on the up and up, but you may have somebody in your midst who's not really ready for that type of change, and they may in some ways kind of hold you back. They may not mean to, but it doesn't matter whether they mean to or not. If they're holding you back, they're holding you back. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Rods here. And I do see this as Leo because I see the sunflowers there, but then I also see Aries and Sagittarius. I usually read this card as Aries or Sagittarius. But again, there's a fire sign of significance. But if this is not a fire sign or a person of significance, this is you, Pisces. You may have a lot of fire in your chart, or you are no longer remaining stagnant. You're no longer allowing yourself to be anchored. The King of Wands is somebody who continues forward. He doesn't really like to sit still. He loves to travel. He loves to try new food. He likes to, you know, explore the world, right? See what he can get his hands on, whether you're male or female. But that energy of like, maybe you've been grounded in a certain point in your life for so long, and now you're realizing I need some change. I need a spark in my life. I need to do things that are actually going to spark my passion again for whatever, romance, a passion project, what have you. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify these cards really quickly. Pisces, sun and rising signs. Clarify these cards, spirit guides. Excuse me. The Ten of Swords kind of wanted to fly out. So yeah, you're at the end. Something is done with. You're at the end of this I don't know, tragedy, the end of this mental health struggle, this emotional struggle. You're at the end of this financial struggle. This maybe you're going through physical therapy for some of you. I don't know where that came from, but you know, whatever it is that you're going through, again, seeing the Ten of Swords there and the Ten of Wands, you're almost to the finish line. It's really good to see here. Yep, things are going to become so much clearer to you now. So if there's any answers that you're looking for regarding a relationship, a job interview, a doctor's appointment, what have you, going to school, you're going to get your answers. I feel like it's going to be positive. Once again, it's on the up and up. We do have the Page of Coins clarifying the Ten of Wands. So I also see this as work. I see this as you no longer carrying the load. Again, I feel like childish energy. It's almost like you feel like you've kind of been treated like a child. There's someone who's not really treating you with much respect, or maybe this is how you feel about yourself. You never really have felt like you've grown up, like you're not really an adult, and that's like a mental thing for you, for some of you. And you may have been, that may be a burden for you a lot of the time. But now the universe is saying, no, it's time to grow, Pisces. It's time to realize your power here. It's time to realize your independence, especially financially at work. Maybe you've been settling for certain positions at work. The universe is like, no. Yeah, then we have the Queen of Swords. So there's that Leo energy. I read this as, the King of Wands, I'm sorry. Queen of Wands. Why can I not speak? I believe that I think Mercury's retrograde is in the month of April, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check and I'll link it in the description box below. But this is definitely an energy of, you may have a Leo in your life who's actually ushering you into this new beginning. Maybe you'll make a new friend as you're transitioning into this new beginning, who is a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius, or they can just be someone who loves to travel and loves to do all kinds of things, right? They're very diverse in how they live their life. They're very open. But others of you, there could be a fire sign of significance, a mother figure, a grandmother. This could be someone who passed away who is a fire sign in your life. And they are the ones that are ushering you into this brand new beginning. They're saying they're here to help you out with that. But then we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck means it's time to take that time of quiet. It's time to take a break. It's time to ease the pain. It's time to ease your sorrows and heal yourself, heal your body. So that's where that tranquility comes from, Pisces. Some of you guys really need to like take a nice bath, go to a spa, go to the beach, just go someplace that's very tranquil, very, oasis-like, if you can afford to, to go to places like that, or just go to the pool, go to a jacuzzi, whatever it is that you're able to do in your neighborhood or wherever you want to go. Take the time out to rest, okay? That's very, very, very important. So much love and light to all of you, Pisces. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Pisces.